Hello and welcome to LearningEngineer.com, where we engineer learning for efficiency. My name is Michael Langdon, and today what I would like to do is show you how to do an APA citation in your references page. Now you can call it a references page, a bibliography, or works cited. So of course the first thing I'm going to do here is just type in works cited, and I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to skip down, and then I'm going to go back out to here. And what I'm going to do is just show you an example of a citation. So here I have an article. This is the checklist from the New Yorker. So this is a medical article. Atul Gawande is a doctor. And as you can see here, I have two other web pages here. This one is apastyle.apa.org. References, examples, and so this is a web page and a website. And if you go back, so this is basically the 7th edition. So back in the 6th edition, they also have some examples here as well. So it depends. We're in the 7th edition now with APA, so that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to use this example here. So what we have here is, you can kind of see, we start with an author, then we have a date, then we have a title of the article, and then we have the title of the website that we're getting the article from. Okay. Then we say retrieved, and we say the date that we got the article on, and then of course the URL. So what I'm going to do here is just come down here, and of course it's Atul Gawande, so it would be Gawande, comma, Atul, period. Okay. And then if I go back here, it's the year, the month, and then the day. So and it's in parentheses. So I'm going to do that, and I believe it's 2007. And I just quickly need to jump back to make sure I got this right. Okay. Comma. And I'm going to just come here and go, so December 2nd, 2007. So I would say December 2, parentheses, period. Okay. And then if I come back here, it's the checklist. Okay. So that's the title. So the checklist. And let's see if there's any special formatting here. So you'll notice that they only capitalize the first word in the title, which is an odd thing to do. So this would actually be the checklist, like that, which looks much like this one, and it should be italicized. So here's italics right here, and we put a period there, and then what we need is so like this one's CNN, so this would be the New Yorker. And let me just, so it's the New Yorker, and you want to unitalicize that, the period. Let's see, do I have anything else that I need here? Period. Now some of these have retrieved on the day, so I'm going to include that, but it doesn't look like it's necessary. So you don't have to have it. And I don't know why some of these have retrieved from and some of them don't. So the first one has retrieved and then from. So I'm going to do that one. So I'm going to say retrieved December, or I should say November 25th, 2019 from, and I believe that's right, so let's check it again. Yep, but there should be a comma after 2019. From, and then this is where we would copy and paste our web address, which is right here. So, and when I paste this, you'll see I'm going to paste this last option here. So it just takes that. Now the other thing I want to do is, of course, I want to make this double spaced. Okay, and I also want to click on this, and I want don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. Okay, so that does that. And what it does is it makes this space the same as this space. Now what we want to do is I want to show you the hanging indent. So I think if I do it there, it'll work. So let's try this. So that's not the. So there's the hanging indent. So you kind of have to let your mouse hover. So yeah, you can just come to this first line, make sure you're there, hanging indent, and then I'm just going to move it over a ½ inch, and there we are. So now if I do this, you'll see that it jumps down to the next one. And if I were to now put in another citation, it would automatically indent that second line for me, and I wouldn't have to do that. So if I could just come back here, and we can just use one of their examples. So here's the World Health Organization, or here, this one. National Institute of Mental Health. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. So I'm going to go Control-C. And when I bring it over here, I'm going to then go paste the third option, which is text only. Okay. And then U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Institute. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Institutes. Is it? I don't know if it's National Institute or National Institute. National Institutes of Health. And so that's a government citation, and there's a period there. And then the URL, which is right here. Control-C. And then that third paste option here, which is keep text only. Okay. And let's see what I have to italicize here. So I would italicize anxiety disorders. So this would be italicized. Okay. So when we have a government author, you put the National Institute of Mental Health. This is the title of the article. And then this is the department and the subdepartment above this. So this would actually come after National Institutes of Health if you were to list it out, but we don't need to do that anymore. And as you can see, once I have that hanging indent set on the first line here, it just formats everything else automatically for me. So that's how you kind of set this up so that it's... So the important thing here is the hanging indent. Don't just make sure you float your mouse pointer until you get to where it says hanging indent. And that's where you want to be. So basically this is how you format APA citations. It's really easy, as you can see. I didn't have to do anything too difficult. And as you can see, it indented everything automatically for me. So if you follow these steps, you should be good.